So about that tier 11 I said we were gonna do, I corrupted it and it upgraded to 12. This should be fun. Alright, how we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Wolf, and welcome to the gameplay showcase for my witch Necromancer. You should be able to find this build somewhere else on the channel, in the description, most likely, or one of the previous videos. I'm recording this right afterwards, and I'm going to show you how this build functions, and have a good time for maybe 10-15 minutes. See how we do in my, well, now tier 11, or tier 12 map. This was actually like a tier 11, and I just corrupted it, so should be fun. I've cleared up to tier 8 so far on this build, didn't really have any problems, so these two are going to kind of be an experience for the both of us. Now, I am playing in solo self-found, so I do have, like, kind of some gear limitations, sort of. My gear is not really spectacular, but that's just how it goes when you play solo self-found sometimes. Load screen, why you take so long? I'm trying to fill air. Why do you take so long? But we are playing Summon Skeletons, and I've been having a grand old time with it so far. Can do a lot of damage, and provides a very nice wall for you, that's for sure. As you can see, I don't really have to worry about much. Going to put up my zombies, because we just logged back into this character. The only thing that really consumes mana is putting up zombies. So I'm probably going to get Mind Over Matter soon. But you can see the basic kind of playstyle. Drop the zombies, stay back, stay nice and defensive. There's a second pack over there, so let's just pop my Vol Skeletons. Make sure I get up to zombie cap. Perfect. Grab that. And let's just kind of make our way around. I don't really feel like dealing with the Syndicate, if I'm honest. If I was planning on doing Syndicate stuff, I would have taken CI already. Because surprisingly, they do a lot of chaos damage. So I don't really want to mess with that, because I am mostly ES, as you can see by the health pool. It's a nice split right now, which is okay. It's not spectacular. For being my first time going into energy shield stuff, I actually came up with a pretty nice number. I don't know, I've seen some people play like 17k ES builds before. It's kind of insane. And he had a friend who gave him like one of his Watcher's eyes, and when he put it in, he went up to 21k ES. So, yeah. Those types of builds definitely exist, and it's insane. There's a Scion, I think. I don't remember. I should play a Scion at some point. But yeah, you can see the basic game plan of this build. The only problem that I've found with it is kind of a witch problem in general, which is, puns, survivability. Now, I say survivability loosely because survivability with witch is heavily tied to playstyle. You can see me kind of being, how do I say it, active and kind of gyrating in the back when I'm like sat here doing nothing while my minions do things, because I'm not really that great with playing like ranged or mage or that sort of thing. I of course normally play a lot of melee. So where my survivability problems come from with witch are sometimes skill tree based, but they're also kind of heavily playstyle based. Because I'll run into a room, and then I'll be like, oh shit, right, I'm playing witch, I should back up. And then by the time I back up, I've already died. This character has a few deaths. I don't actually know how many. I should check that just for the meme. 46. That's not bad, actually. I've had marauders with a lot more than that. So that's not bad. Gonna loop around for a full clear and kind of see if we can get anything good to drop, because this is the Katava map, so I don't know really how well I'm going to do on the boss, but, yeah, well. You can see it's kind of a simple but effective playstyle. Now, one thing I didn't cover beforehand, that I kind of want to cover right now, because it shows it perfectly there, is that the problem with this build, DPS-wise, is there's actually, like, a limit, as you can see by some of these enemies in here. There's a limit to how much DPS you can be doing at one time. And it's not really a limit that you can control. It's where skeleton mages have, skeleton mages have the edge over skeleton warriors. Because if you're attacking a singular target and you spawn, say, 10 warriors on him, and then you drop your Vol Summon Skeletons, you're going to have a kind of target limit before the guy gets surrounded. Because you can only fit so many bodies beside the guy before, you know, he gets surrounded and they start overlapping. And the skeletons don't have the biggest of attack ranges. So as a result, you end up with maybe like 12 enemies, or 12 skeletons being able to attack the boss at one time, and the rest just kind of standing there looking at him like a retard. That's where mages has a massive advantage, because every single mage can be casting and doing something and that sort of thing, right? You made an army of 32 mages that could all be attacking at the same time and be doing damage. But you'll see that you'll have some of your skeletons kind of standing around, not really able to do much, and there's not really anything you can do about that. Sometimes it may be a little better to perhaps like knock the skeleton count down and the damage up, if you can kind of get what I mean there. Maybe taking out my From Dust and instead like dropping the minion cap down, but focusing more on just like upping their damage could be a better idea for playing warriors. But I find that warriors works quite well. It honestly works quite well. So we're gonna drop all these fellas, wait for them to come up, put down summon skeletons, and try and not get one shot. He's gonna phase instantly, like so. It's a really good bosser. Summon skeletons is a really good bosser, just all around. Which is weird because none of my builds are normally good bossers. So it's a nice change of pace. Especially with this many minions. This is why I like Queen's Decree. Is because the skeletons last through boss phases. The skeletons last up to a minute, right? 56 seconds. And I haven't even done my my third Azaro. Okay, this is what I was trying to say, right? There's only so much space to hit the thing. So you've got the ones on the outside here that are kind of stuck there with their hand up their ass, not really able to hit it, which is, you know, kind of a minor problem with summon skeletons. You'll see they start to kind of surround it, right? Now, we're kind of lucky in that the summon skeletons, or the Vol version, actually summons like archers and stuff as well, that are affected by like melee fizz and that sort of stuff. And there we go, boss dead. So it's not really like the end-all be-all that some can't attack the boss. It's kind of whatever. It's just more annoying than anything. I don't know if you can really fix that. Maybe with an Ancestral Call, if you try that. I don't know if that would even work, honestly. I have no idea. I highly doubt it. But if that works, that could be a solution. Alright, where's my tier 12? This is gonna be one. This is gonna be one, that's for sure. Now, sadly, you'll see that my zombies died. They died for a good cause, that's for sure. The zombies seem to be getting, like, kind of smacked later on. I think I need to give them minion life as, like, a support. But I don't have a 5-link staff or, like, a 5-link two-hander. Sadly, so we're kind of just rolling with it at the moment. I would switch for, like, some hefty minion stuff, but I farmed legitimately for, like, an hour and a half to try and get minion bonuses, or, like, minion jewels. God, fucking nothing. As I'm, like, focusing on talking and not playing. Yeah, this is the one problem with the build, you'll see. Is, like, projectiles in a small hallway are a death sentence for the skeletons. Because enemies like this, you can't even get them up before situations like that arise. Yeah. I got frozen to death there, though. Let's give that another try. Let's give that another try. Skeletons in a small hallway filled with projectiles. It's like, put a Marauder build in the same hallway. See how it ends for you. See if I can port my way through here. Skip that pack. There we go. Pop down here. Alright, hopefully no projectile situation again. Alright, we're looking a little better now. We're looking a little better now. Certain packs may need to kind of be skipped. But that's the name of the game sometimes. Path of Exile has a few powerful mechanics. But honestly, if I were to do tiers this high, I would gear myself out a lot better. I would have a minion damage weapon, or two even, if I'm entirely honest. The dual wielding 60+% minion damage weapons would probably be the go-to. But I wanted to do it on the video just to showcase for you guys. Obviously not the best just yet, but very able to be scaled up. That's for sure. If I can do it with this shit of gear, you guys can do it in a league where you can buy stuff. In a league where you can buy those 90% minion scepters, I'm sure you'll be just fine. Why are there no enemies here? What the hell? I swear. There is, like, either enemies that kill my skeletons quickly, or there is fucking nothing. I'm gonna get frozen. This is where the freeze flask is, like, God sent. I always recommend the freeze flask, no matter what build I'm playing. No matter what build I'm playing. Whew. Alright then. Alright then. Well, tier 12 gets interesting. Tier 12 gets very interesting. But that is going to be all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the bit of the gameplay showcase. That's the problem with me playing ES and trying to do higher tiers with double extra 200%. You fucking die sometimes when things don't pan out. But that's going to be all for me. I hope you enjoyed the bit of gameplay showcase. It will be very easy to do that if I actually had good gear. But sadly, solo self-found does keep things interesting. That's all from me. And as always, take care, lads.